All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Mic check. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Happy Monday. It is May 16th. We are officially on the backside of May. Shout out to everybody. We've made it. And shout out to the lovely Ella Balaska, I believe. Hopefully I'm not butchering the young lady's name. That is the cover art actress for she is playing Frey in the game FORSPOKEN. Correct. Yeah. I keep on wanting to say Forsaken. I apologize. I say Forsaken. It's a Freudian slip. So good morning, good morning. That is who you see on the cover there, the one beautiful young actress. I'm hoping that BitCloud with IGN, I've asked him to try to get an interview with her, and so you all can pick her brain. I mean, I'll try as well, but we have a little dog poo channel here, so it's doubtful that she shows up for me. But shout out to BitCloud. Hopefully he's able to get in touch with her and use his industry insiders and his massive pull to go ahead and take care of that. So, but good morning, everybody. What's happening? Say hello to your newest Xbox ambassador. I have joined the program. And yeah, we're gonna see what it entails and what it doesn't entail. We'll go over the rules of being an ambassador and all that good groovy kind of love. So, but what is going on? I certainly hope everybody had a good weekend. Did you all go check out Doctor Strange yet? And like I said, I'll be doing my spoiler review on that this coming weekend. And definitely want to give a special shout out to Mr. Dennis Sperling, Esquire, attorney at law. He hosted a memorial service, online memorial service for YouTuber Kevin Samuels. Very well done. A lot of people gave testimony on how Kev had changed their life for the better. Some became better husbands, some became better wives. The man is going to be missed. Huge influencer. He influenced me. That's why when I do my interviews, I'm all suited and booted up. People want to know why are you so dressed up? Image. That's why. So, but yeah, we'll get back to it. Kevin will definitely be missed. The work will continue. I am happy to say it will be different, but the work will continue. So hit that like button, people. If you don't mind, hit that like button for me, please. And share the video, and we'll get into it. We got some topics. We're going to go over the ongoing Xbox Civil War and why that has happened. I'll give my opinion on why that's happened. We will talk about some gaming news, which there's plenty of that. Sony, we can actually start with that. Let's see if I can pull that up on the screen here. To use my tech wizardry here to yes, here we go. So these are all the games, and this is from a PlayStation blog, and this just broke about 30 minutes ago, give or take, maybe early. Shout out to Jay Barry. He shared it out first. We don't want to give credit where credit is due. So we'll go ahead and that's not working. But all right then. Working over here. So yeah, I have no idea why it's not working over there. But all right, we'll just kind of look at this. And let me pull this up on the screen to be longer, stronger, faster. As you can see, these are some of the games that we're going to be getting. This is in your tiers. Now, remember, there's 3 tiers to this. These are PlayStation blog. This just broke about an hour ago, give or take. It says all new PlayStation Plus game lineup. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, give me $1. Demon Souls, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, NBA 2K22, and more join the service. So you have here, this is Ubisoft joining. Of course, Sony has these 2 games here with Demon Souls and Ghost, and an NBA 2K, which is a 2K game, one of Sony's partners. Jim Ryan did say they had been talking to their partners about putting games in. So if you don't know, they've also added Ape Escape, which again, I can't deny, that's actually a pretty good one. They've got Super Stardust Portable, Siphon Filter will be in there. This is now confirmed. It says, and Tekken 2 are among the classic games with a new user experience. So again, I won't be in the tier for Siphon Filter and Ape Escape. So now, if you want me to go into that third tier, I will. I'll go to the higher tier, but I want to hear from the community if that's something you all want me to look into. So I will do it. But as you know, the tier I will be in is the extra tier, as you see right here. The essential tier is that's just PlayStation Plus. Okay, so you'll still get your, what is it, 2 games or 2 free games a month. You'll pay $9.99. Your price does not change. The extra tier, that's the tier I plan on going to. That tier will be, will have the 300 to 400 downloadable games plus the essential tier. I'll have the essential tier plus the downloadable games. The deluxe tier, I think that tier is $17 or $16.99. It's one of those, $17 or $16.99, and it is going to have a it's going to have a streaming capability. Now, I don't know how you all feel about streaming. I do think that PS Now streams at 1080p. That could change. I'm not here to say that Sony may be able to get that to 1440p or 4K, but as of right now, there's no reports on that. I do know they can stream out up to 1080p. I stream at 720p. Just to make sure I have good streaming quality. So again, here's your monthly games. It just explains the different plans. So says we have yet to announce the monthly games for June, but stay tuned to the blog. So here are our games. Okay, as we're focused. This is a quote from Sony. There's a PS4 and PS5 game catalog. Again, this is what I will have. This is what I will have. Okay. So I will be able to play Alien Nation, which is a Housemarque. Housemarque's a first-party studio. Let's make this a little bigger. Okay. Bloodborne, that's From Software. That's outside. So Concrete Genie, that's from Pix Opus. I think that's a first-party game. Days Gone is already there. If you all don't know, if you had the PlayStation Collection, remember that was one of my questions was, what are they going to do with the PlayStation Collection? Okay, so I guess they're incorporating it into this service. So I got my answer for that. Days Gone, which is already there. Days Gone, if you don't know, is one of the first games that got a 60 FPS patch, and it needed it because that being 30 frames per second, I think really hurt the game. They also changed the refresh rate. Shout out to NX Gamer. He reported on this. You all can just go through his content and find it. I believe they made the refresh rate once every 15 milliseconds instead of being once every 33. He has the actual number. I had it written down. Of course, I've thrown it away. It's old news if you all want to check that out. But we'll keep going. Dead Nation, Apocalypse Edition. Again, Housemarque. Housemarque's been a lot of games. Good grief. Death Stranding and the director's cut. So you have the PS4 version and PS5 version. I think that's good. Demon Souls, this was a launch game. This game will be, I guess, 2 years old. Because, yeah, the PS5 came out like 2 years ago. Yeah, so this game is almost 2 years old. Destruction All-Stars, again, that was a launch game. That's from Lucid. I think Lucid will be possibly purchased. Yeah, Demon Souls, we talked about that. Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut. So you will be able to get the PS4 or PS5 version. So if you just have a PS4, and I know a lot of people do, you're still getting these games, okay? Everybody's Golf. I've never played that game. So if the members, the members want to play some of these games, let me know. You just have to send me a tweet or an email, whatever those things are called, and we'll hook it up. God of War, which again, God of War is already part of the PlayStation Collection. It got a 60 FPS patch as well. Gravity Rush and Gravity Rush 2. That's a big win. A lot of people like Gravity Rush. You get both of them. These are PS4 games. Horizon Zero Dawn, which again, if you have a PS5, got a 60 FPS patch. Infamous First Light. I never have played. Infamous Second Son, I did play, enjoyed it. Infamous Second Son, if you don't know this, was one of the first 1080p games Sony put out on the PS4. I think Infamous came out first, followed by The Last of Us, the remaster, whatever you want to call it. Of course, Knack, Mark Cerny's game, Little Big Planet 3, another, yeah, I mean, again, Sumo Digital, Loco Roco Remaster, Loco Roco 2. Now you get some big ones here, Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. So looks like the Spider-Man game is only going to be for PS4, and then Spider-Man Miles Morales, you get PS4 and PS5. Now, I expect this to change. Let me make this clear. This will update. Matterfall, another house. It looks like Housemarque has gone all in, so to speak. Medieval. I remember when that game came out. Yeah. Patapon Remastered 1 and 2. Resogun, which again, Resogun is one of the first games that I do remember a lot of people loved. I mean, everybody had high praise for Resogun. Remember Adam Sessler on Attack of the Show? He was constantly talking about Resogun. Returnal, which got a patch, I believe, and somebody can double check me on that. This is a big get to be put into this service. This is a service, you got to remember. Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 version. So this is from Japan Studios. I think, didn't Shadow of the Colossus get remade by, was it Blue Point? So, all right, Tearaway. I remember that was a 1080p game. The Last Guardian. Oh, you got The Last of Us Remaster, which again is part of the collection, and it came with Left Behind. So now I truly do believe Supermassive Games is going to get bought by Sony. There's just too much going on behind the scenes. Supermassive, I think, would be a good addition because Sony let Quantic Dream get away because of all the allegations, which were proven to be untrue. Let me make that clear. The allegations against David Cage, I believe, were proven untrue. Okay, and the fact that he had to go ahead and prove himself innocent and not be taken innocent before proven guilty, I got a big problem with that. I can't speak for nobody else. You are innocent before proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, you Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. Okay, this is so the Nathan Drake collection is the 1080p 60 frames per second one. I think, didn't Blue Point do that? Well, I know Blue Point's done a whole lot of stuff, so maybe they didn't do Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. But that is 3 Uncharted games, all minimum 1080p at 60 frames per second. We'll have to wait and see if they gen it up. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Okay, that's weird because if this is the normal version, which it says PS4, you're getting the PS4 version of this game, which I think is already part of the collection. It's already part of the collection. So this is 30 frames per second. I'm just letting you know right now, this is the 30 frames per second one. Uncharted Lost Legacy. Again, remember, let me make this clear. The Lost Legacy collection, the one that just came out in January, that's not in here. I want to make sure you all understand this. That's not in here. This is the 30 frames per second version. The Uncharted collection, or what is it? Uncharted Thieves, Legacy of Thieves collection, whatever that's called. Here, let me see what it's called. Let me look over there. Make sure I get it right here. Xbox Ambassador. In an Xbox Ambassador. I'm dedicated to telling the truth. So here we go. Let me come back over here. Let me turn on my. Have the camera hooked up anymore? I don't have the camera hooked up. The video capture device. Okay. This right here. That one right there. This is not in your PlayStation tier. All right. This is the This one is the 1440p, 60 frame per second one. You're still getting the basic one. Okay, you're getting the one that came out, I guess, in 2016. Shout out to the Hawk for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, brother. Always love the support. Let me turn off my camera now. There we go. Put that back up on the screen. So you're not getting that one. Let's see here. You're getting Uncharted. Yeah, you're getting the Wipeout Omega collection. All right, that's big. That's not bad. Now we're not finished yet. Not finished yet. That's just PlayStation Studios. Okay, that's all from PlayStation Studios. Here are the third partner ones. Ashen, that's Annapurna Interactive. The Annapurna, they're the ones who are making Stray. The big ad this morning was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's a big ad. You're getting, and it's the PS5 version. What I like about this is that they clearly put which version you're getting. All right. But you're getting the PS5 version. That is the 60 frame per second one. Remember, the PS5 version looks and runs better. Celeste, City Skylines, Control, the Ultimate Edition. That is the PS5 version. That is the one that, and people got to remember this. Control released the Ultimate Edition for PS5, released day and date into the service. Okay. Dead Cells, never heard of that. Final Fantasy 15, the Royal Edition from Square. Hollow Knight, Team Cherry. Oh, another big get. Guardians of the Galaxy. They got Guardians of the Galaxy, the PS5 version. So no more, you won't have to hear about that you know who. You won't have to hear about you know who. Running their mouths about, oh, we got Guardians of the Galaxy. Ah! Okay? All right? Guardians of the Galaxy. Mortal Kombat 11, WB, and you get the PS5 version. Oh, you get the PS5 version of Guardians. So you're going to get, if you have a PS5, now you get it on PS4 as well, if you're in this tier. But you get the PS5 version, so you have, wait for it, ray tracing. Yes, ray tracing will show up if you have the PS5. Reader shipping, that is a big game. Outer Wild, NBA 2K. I'll probably play NBA 2K. I've never played a 2K game. I'm a much bigger, I like the EA basketball much better than I like NBA 2K. Red Dead Redemption 2 from Rockstar. And these are the third party games. Resident Evil. Wow. But this is the PS4 version. I already have this. I don't know which one this is though. I don't know if this is the one where that dude is chasing you around. And it says Resident Evil. Soul Calibur 6. If you all don't know how to read, you all should know how to read Greek. The Artful Escape and The Crew Part 2. So Ubisoft and Capcom, Bandai Namco. Again, remember Jim Ryan said they were, I'm going to have to like this. Okay. Jim Ryan said they were doing this. Then they have their classic catalog here. Now this is the deluxe plan. This is the third tier. Okay, this is the high tier. All right, this is players who previously purchased the digital version of games from the original PlayStation and PSP generation will not have to make a separate purchase or sign up to play PlayStation Plus to play these titles on the 4 or the 5. That's ease of service right there. I can't tell you if this is good value or not. I'm just telling you, for me, where the tier that I'm going to be in, the tier I'm in, the Xbox ambassador, me, that I'm getting, in my opinion, good value. I, again, cannot tell you what is good or bad value. You have to determine that for yourself. Here's some more coming in. PlayStation Studios, you'll have Ape Escape, Hot Shots Golf, IQ Intelligent Cube, that sounds like a puzzle game. Jumpin' Flash, Siphon Filter, Super Stardust Portable. So, third party, Mr. Driller, hey, that's me. That's me. They made a game about me being in the bedroom. Woo! Tekken 2, Worms World Party, Worms Armageddon. So I guess the Worms, after they had a party, they had a fight. So there we go. Now, this is PlayStation Studios. Ape Escape 2, Ark the Lad, Dark Cloud 1 and 2. Dark Cloud the game, not the YouTuber. Fanavision, Hot Shots Golf. I actually play Hot Shots Tennis. That game I did like when I played it back in the day. Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack 10, Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, Rogue Galaxy. I know a lot of people were asking about that one. Siren and Wild Arms 3. Alrighty. Now here are your third partners. Wow. Baja Edge Control HD, BioShock Remaster. That's a big get. That's a big get. Now, I don't know if that's, I assume this is downloadable. Okay, but I think isn't that already in there? I mean, I can't recall. You get Lego Harry Potter collection. There's more stuff with WB right there. You got Kingdoms of Malor, Bulletstorm. Everybody, a lot of people keep saying they didn't bring that back. So there you go. All righty. All right, no, I'm sorry. You do get these games. These are downloadable. I'm sorry. I misread that. So yeah, this is downloadable. Okay. That's not bad. Now here are the streaming games. Okay. These are the new PlayStation Plus will offer PS3 games to stream and play on PS4, PS5, and PC. Okay. These are original non-remastered versions of PS3 games. So there's your answer to that. And are available to PlayStation Plus Premium members where cloud streaming is available. Here is an early look at the selection. Now, again, this can change. All right, let me make this clear. This could change. Stuff could be moved in and moved out. Other stuff could come in. All right. So this is all streaming now so that we understand. All right, you get Crash Commando. You get the original Demon Souls. You get Echo Chrome. Never heard of that one. Yeah. You get Hot Shots Golf. You get Hot Shots Golf World Invitational. Eco, that's that dolphin game. Infamous 1 and 2. Infamous Festival of Blood. Loco Roco, Karoto. Motorstorm RC. Puppeteer. Rain. Ratchet and Clank. 3 Ratchet and Clanks. Quest for Booty. I guess they're looking for Matt Booty. Cracking Time, which I think is arguably considered their better one. Into the Nexus, Resistance 3, Super Stardust, Tokyo Jungle, When Vikings Attack. Well, yeah, there you go. Third party, you're getting, and these are all streaming. Asura's Wrath, Wrath, Castlevania, Devil May Cry HD Collection, that's Capcom, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. I think I remember that game. Fear, which I think is an underrated shooter, but that's just my opinion. Lost Planet 2, another underrated game. That Lost Planet series is underrated. Ninja Gaiden, Sigma 2, and Red Dead Undead Nightmare. So now you have time limited game trials. Okay, part of your deluxe plan. Wow. They got a lot of information here, guys. These are time limited game trials. The time limited game trial benefit will enable you to try select games. So they're not going to put every game in there. Understand, select games means not every game. So all you numbnuts out there running your gums about every game's going to be going in, the answer to that is right here. The answer is no. It is select game. All right. So after downloading a trial, the full game, you can play it for 2 hours for most games. Now, read that very closely. This means that most games will be 2 hours. It doesn't say all games. I want you all to understand that because I don't want you all to leave here saying all games will be. It is most games will be. So more than 50%. All right, that's most. That could be 51%. Because the playtime counter only counts while you're in the game. Okay. It's a great way to try games before you decide to buy. And any trophies, there you go, for all you people that chase trophies, and game save data from the trial period will carry forward if you purchase the game. Now, here are some of your games. The Uncharted, as mentioned, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, okay? And Horizon Forbidden West. You get to play that for at least 2 hours and decide whether you want to buy these 2 games. Third party, Cyberpunk, which already had a free trial. That's why I bought the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got the game based on that free trial they gave out with the PS5 version. I'm like, oh, I actually, once I got it, but I got everything set, but that counted against my time. It took me, I don't know, 20 minutes to get the settings right for the ray tracing and the whites and the blacks, you know, what I was gonna have mostly active on. Let's see, Farming Simulator 22, so I can grow some weed. I mean, I won't be in this tier though. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, I know that came out and sold like gangbusters. And WWE 2K. So again, you all can make up, and it says here, the games available in our PlayStation Plus games catalog will continue to refresh and evolve. That means you don't own these games. Okay, you don't own this. Okay, unless you buy it. So if you download these games, you know, they can pull them out. Pull out. I gotta take a drink to that one. Hold on. So it says here the essential tier says a monthly refresh will occur. Like a woman getting her period. So the douche will occur the first Tuesday of the month. That's when you start, okay? That's when you start to cramp. So your cramps start on Tuesday of the month. Okay, let's do that again. A monthly refresh will occur, or your cramps will occur on the first Tuesday of the month for the PS5 for PlayStation Plus Essential Plan and both higher tiers. With new PS4 and PS5 games added to the service, same as what Plus members get today. Okay, so they didn't change that. Now the extra people, because remember, I'm going to be in the extra tier, I believe that's what it was called. This additional monthly refresh, so I'm gonna have 2 rags, will occur in the middle of each month with new games across PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. So it sounds like one's gonna happen the first Tuesday, the next one will probably happen a week later. You'll start a week later. So the number of games refreshed will vary per month. There you go. There you go. Launch is just a week away. Wow, starting with Asia on May 24th, followed by Japan on June 2nd. Going to take care of the Asian Pacific Rim first. It's Sony. North and South America on June 13th. And finally, Europe. Because who cares about Europe, right? Just kidding. Shout out to all the Europeans. Australia, which is European. And New Zealand, which is European. On June 23rd. We are eager to provide this new service to our fans, and we hope you'll enjoy the curated catalog of games when it launches. More information on the all-new PlayStation Plus, please visit the website. You can go there, blah, 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 blah. So what do you guys think? That just broke this morning. So was this the breaking news that Sick Humor talked about? He did say Sony would have a big announcement this morning. This is a pretty significant announcement. This is a pretty announcement. So what do you all think about that? So again, it's because only you all can determine what is valuable or not. I can't sit here and say if you don't think this is valuable, then you're crazy and all that kind of stuff. I'm not. Shout out to my man Marlon Gaming Nation, but I disagree with him. Let me respectfully when he tries to denote value, because everybody has a different system of value. I've said before, Burger King has a value menu, but if you're not going to Burger King because you want to go to Steak and Shake, then Burger King's value meal doesn't make a difference to you because you don't want it anyway. So was that, if you were on the fence about subscribing to one of those tiers, did this get you to subscribe? Were you going to subscribe anyway? All right. If you were going to subscribe anyway, is this game list a surprise? I'm not going to lie. It surprised me. Getting Assassin's Creed, that's a big deal. Now that game is almost 2 years old, but that's a big deal for that service. And you get Guardians of the Galaxy, so this is you all's day to celebrate all this stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy, I shout out to Sick Humor. I wasn't gonna buy Guardians of the Galaxy, but when Sick Humor played it and he really enjoyed it, and he said it kept the essence of the characters from the comic book, he was right. He was right. He was 100% correct. That's exactly what it did. It kept the essence of the players of the comic book. You didn't hear anything, okay? So, well, yeah, SIE. If you're late, we just went over the game. So, again, this to me, and I can add my CFO podcast kind of back in here because I know my sound wasn't that good. I do apologize for that. The CFO podcast was about how there were people in the PlayStation community claiming that PlayStation was going in the wrong direction. And obviously they were wrong when you look at the numbers. Obviously they were wrong. Whereas that, and then you had people, unfortunately, to make this clear, you had people, unfortunately, arguing with Sony CFO. I mean, I listened to a little bit of the Weapon Wheel yesterday, and I mean, it's just, there's nothing that Sony can do at this point for these Xbox guys. And shout out to Randall Thor, but he was like, well, they didn't say they wouldn't possibly do it, and they want to be fluid with it. It's just like, look, you've got the head of PlayStation, Herman Holtz. You've got the head of PlayStation Games. You got the head of PlayStation. You have the former head of PlayStation, John Layton, and the CFO of Sony saying they're not doing it. Guess what, guys? They're not doing it. And yes, I mean, if you're in the Xbox community, and I'm an Xbox ambassador, so I'm not going to lie about this, you want Sony to do this because you want them to follow what you're doing. But Sony is not going to be able to do that. They tell you why they're not going to be. They don't just say we are not going to do it. They say we're not going to do it because it could cause detrimental harm to us. And these guys are still on their BS of, well, they're going to do it anyway. This is like, no, Microsoft has to do it because nobody is buying an Xbox. I mean, they're just not buying them. And as an ambassador, at this point, I can't lie about it. So yes, I joined the ambassador program, and we'll go over my 6 edicts I have, because I keep on seeing people saying, well, these ambassadors don't play their games. Well, based on what they're assigned to do, they don't have to. They don't have to. It says it right there. But they don't buy games. They don't buy games. I mean, we know that. They say the game should be in a service, and if you still think about it, they're not saying Nintendo's being greedy. You don't hear them saying, well, Nintendo's being greedy. They want you to pay for their games. It's only Sony is being greedy. And you look at the quality of the games that are in Game Pass, they are straight up garbage. Halo is a failure. And I'm saying that as a Halo fan. I'm saying that as somebody who went to Best Buy at 10:45 in the evening on a Monday night to go buy Halo 3 to finish the fight. Okay? So I don't want to hear, oh, well, you didn't, you're not a true fan. That's not true. That game is just, I mean, I stopped playing it because it was stupid. I mean, it was just a stupid game. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. But Sony is going in the right direction. And so you can see it because people who said they were going in the wrong direction have suddenly they don't even talk about it anymore. The numbers have come out, and they can still have their opinions, but that does not, you can have your opinions. You're not entitled to your own damn facts. The fact is that they're making more money than they ever have, i.e. meaning they're going in the correct direction. Because I can see if they were losing money and things like that, and they were like, well, they don't have as many people sub to them. Yeah, well, they're not big on their subscription services anyway. I'm in both PS Now and PlayStation Plus. I paid $20 between the two. What I'm doing is I'm going into the tier with this $14.99. That saves me $5 $3. So, you know, $5 times 12, I think 5 times 12 is 60. So I'm saving $60 a year by going to my tier. So that to me, and I get the same thing. Plus, I get all access to the Plus games, and I get access to the I get access to downloadable games, which I have right now. So it just for me, I saved $60 a year. So that's what changed for me. So just that's the way it is. That's it. So for me personally, that's valuable. But that's just me personally. Again, I don't want to stream my games. I've done that. It sucks for me. For me personally. Now that I've got my PlayStation turned itself off a few weeks ago and it found a 5G signal, which I do have. I'm like, how did it even know? And it switched to it on its own. Okay, it switched to it on its own. Like, it's like, nope, I'm going over here. That's why I said my PS5 is a woman, because it has to be, because it monkey branched by itself. You know, it found a better deal. So it just did it. I mean, I promise you, I did not go to the screen to tell it to find another Wi-Fi system. It just did it. You know, it just did it on its own. So, you know, it was actually pretty scary that it just did it on its own. So, Cray, that wasn't all the games in the library that Sony posted, just the well-known ones. Well, again, yeah, that was just the games on PlayStation Blog. Like I said, this is going to change. So, and it will change. That will change. It could be different. It could be more. Could be less. So we're gonna have to check it out. We'll stay up on it. But as of this launches next week, so in Asia, so they have put out their games that are going to be in the market. So, you know, it is what it is. So it is what it is. You're playing Uncharted PS5, yeah. Well, again, it looks like you can get that in the tier that allows, you know, trials. But yeah, I bought that game. Clearly, I showed. I got the receipt. It was right in front of you. That's the game. I think I played it. I'm playing it at 1080p, 120, whatever on the one. I'm playing on the 120 hertz or whatever resolution that is. That's what I'm playing in. So, but well, we can go ahead and move on. You can determine yourselves if it's a you know, you can determine yourself if it's a if it's a good bargain for you, because only you know. It's like Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Only you. So, but you know, only you can determine what's valuable. You know, what's a good deal for you and your family. You know, for me personally, that's a good deal. But again, I cannot determine what's valuable for you. Nobody can. Only you. You have to sit down with your family and determine that. So that's why I said shout out to Marlon Gaming Nation. But I totally disagree with him when he talks about what's valuable and what's not valuable. So because what's valuable to him may not be valuable to you, and vice versa. See what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Marlon just bought a house, right? They just bought a house, so he had to determine what was valuable for him. Somebody else may say, I'm not buying this house because it doesn't have good value to me. So that's what I mean by that. So I'm not dissing him at all. I don't want to hear people say, well, he's talking. No. I don't think just like I can't determine what's valuable to you. So, but we'll move on to the next story. We're going to talk about the upgrade for PS5, which is a VRR upgrade. You're part of your update that your system just got. Your PS5 got another upgrade. If you didn't know that, for its VRR, it's more stable now. It's more stable now, and that was pretty much it. I mean, it wasn't a whole lot to it. Try to pull it up here. VRR update PS5. Blah, 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 blah. So this says here, your PS5 may already have VR, no new update required. Yeah, I think it already came with it. That some of us needed firmware and some of us did not. So, but yeah, if you don't know, you just got another update on it, more stable. And so it does seem like it's supposed to hold better when you activate it. What does it do? Well, we've all seen what it's doing. And I think it's I thought it was really good for Sony to what is wrong with this? All right, you all are not showing up on this part of my view guide, but you're showing up over here. So it's just weird. And again, big shout out to the Hawk for the super chat. I do appreciate it. So but we'll move on. But that was your VR upgrade for the PS5. So we talked about that. We talked about the CFO podcasting recap, which again, Sony's doing fine. You have your opinion. Let me make this clear. You have the absolute right to your opinion, but what you don't have is a right to your own facts, right? And so since you don't have a right to your own facts, I really don't know. You know, if your opinion is they're going in the wrong direction, that's fine. But clearly, based on the numbers, they're not. So, you know, we can kind of move off of that. And again, all I want those dudes to do is come out and tell you guys, hey, look, we were wrong about, you know, we can clearly see the numbers. The numbers clearly show that, you know, they're not going in the wrong direction. So, but yeah, we'll go ahead and move off of that. So, we'll move on to, if you don't know, I mean, I know a lot of acronyms got thrown at you all, but the video game Forspoken, if you don't know this, will support FSR 2.0. And let's see here. We'll go ahead and put this. Screen. So Deathloop is support. Deathloop is doing it too, but yeah, let me see what the hell. I just had it up here, guys. I apologize. Okay. Here we go. Put this on the screen. We will add and here. Let's add the capture source. We're going to do, and there it is. If you didn't know this broke yesterday, late yesterday. Forspoken takes just a second to load on PS5. PC and PS5 versions will receive support for AMD FSR 2.0. Now, we're going to look at this because remember, multiple people post up, sorry, I had to clean my voice, was saying that the PS5 didn't support this, didn't support FSR 2.0. This is another developer busting his cheeks. And I don't have to. People keep on saying you should debate him. Why? The dude keeps going. I'm an Xbox ambassador. I'm not the one lying. I mean, most of us are an ambassador, and he keeps lying. So I don't know why. But if you don't know, this just broke yesterday. Forspoken takes just a second to load on PS5. Wow. That's that SSD in action. And PC and PS5 versions will receive support for AMD FSR 2.0. So I think this is a big deal. This is huge. So there's, according to Luminous Productions CTO, I'm going to butcher that name. I'm just going to say Ono. The developer, Ono, Forspoken benefits from two key technologies on PS5 and PC. In the case of the PS5, there will be very fast loading times thanks to the M.2 SSD, whatever the hell that is. Okay? Because the loading time is so fast that it barely lasts a second. Now, compared to PS5, the PC version can have loading times between 2 and 22 seconds, depending on your hardware. So this thing is loading faster than the M.2 SSD or something like that. You have to have this SSD in your PC in order to get the same load time. Okay. The PC and the PS5 versions will also benefit from AMD's implementation of FSR 2.0. Various modes are available in the game, including quality mode, and it will be native 4K on the PS5. Oh my God! Doing my Marlon imitation. Oh, they got a native 4K mode. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Since they will provide better performance while sacrificing some visual fidelity. The PS5 boasts incredibly fast loading times thanks to its dedicated hardware. With a PC equipped with an M.2 SSD, players will be able to enjoy their gaming experiences without worrying about loading times on both PS5 and PC. Then it goes in. Microsoft also helped develop a PC version with direct storage support. A regular SSD can't compete with the PS5 version's load time, but the M.2 SSD can come close. I mean, that's crazy how fast that SSD is. I mean, Jesus. This Forspoken will release on October 11th, 2022 on PC and PS5. She was originally scheduled for May 22nd, but has been delayed for further polishing. So this is a Square Enix game. So, what do you all think about that? That is something that, according to the community, that the PS5 was not supposed to do. And that is an RDNA 2. That's why it's 2.0. All right, I have an RDNA 1 card. Guess what? I can do FSR, but it's 1.0 because I have an RDNA 1 card. You all have full RDNA 2 in your PS5s. So that's why it's able to support this. Okay, that's why. 2.0, meaning RDNA 2. So it doesn't matter if it goes to 2.1, 2.4, 2.7. It will, and I guarantee you the 3.0 will more than likely, I shouldn't say I should guarantee you, more than likely 3.0 will be part of RDNA 3. All right, that's just the reality, folks. Now we're going to talk about what FSR, and again, this is from the developer. All right, this is not from some idiot on Reddit. This is not from somebody in a talk room or something like that. This is from the developer. So, so what exactly will this do? This is their FSR is AMD's version of direct DLSS or whatever that is, deep learning super sampling. It's their version of it. It's AMD's version of it. Again, NVIDIA has their version. AMD has their own version. And again, shout out to Hip Hop Gamer because he said this over 1.5 years ago. He didn't say it yesterday. He didn't say it 2 days ago. He said just because they don't tell you it can do it doesn't mean it can't do it. They just aren't going to tell you everything they got under the hood. Now, again, I already knew because I'm standing behind Hip Hop Gamer 100%. Okay, 100%. He's been right about everything. Okay, he has been. So I'm done listening. So people are like, well, who do you listen to? I listen to Hip Hop Gamer, and you can forget about all the theatrics, and that's his stick. That's what he does. It's like Howard Stern. Okay, Howard Stern is nothing like his radio TV personality. He's not. Okay, multiple people that know him will tell you that. But he has his stick, what he does on the radio, but he leaves it at the studio. He doesn't act like that. But FSR 2.0 is coming, and don't get caught up in this. Well, there's a level to it. Yes, there's a 1.0 level that RDNA 1 can support. I know that because I showed that to you all, right? Remember I showed you all what that looked like inside my RDNA 1 BIOS card when I showed it to you. All right, I'm pretty sure I showed that to you guys, right? but it has super sampling. That's what this is, super sampling, upgrade, dynamic upgrade. Remember, shout out to Foxy Games UK. He said the upgrade technology was going to be on point this generation and be so good that it'll get to a point that I'm gonna quote Foxy on this, because people always want to break his balls, but now we got to give him his flowers. He said, and I quote, the upscaling technology is going to be so good that you will not be able to tell the differences in a lot of software, end quote, a lot of the games. He's right. He was right about that. So again, I'm all, if you want to break balls on somebody who's wrong, fine, but you damn well better give them their flowers when they're correct. That's all you got to do. Hey, look, he was right on this one. Let's move it down the road. So, but what exactly is this? Okay. What is AMD's version of this? Well, let's put that up on the screen. In the words of a great firefighter, let me show you something. So we're going to go ahead and put what that actually is so you all can see it for yourself. AMD FSR. We're just gonna put it up on the screen. So trying to see here. Okay. We're gonna go to the AMD site so that you all don't be like, well, he's using this. I'm an Xbox ambassador, so we don't get to lie to you guys. Okay, that's not part of our creed anymore. So we're gonna add the source. This right here, this is the AMD website. So, Fidelity FX Super Resolution, get a boost in frames for your games. AMD Fidelity FX, better known by its gangster name, Super Resolution, or FSR. Here, let me blow that up for you, because I'm an old man and I'm about blind. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Says uses cutting edge upscaling technology, shout out to Foxy Games UK, to help boost your frame rates in select titles. Now, Forspoken is one of those titles now, okay? And deliver high quality resolution gaming experiences without having to upgrade to a new graphics card. So this is kind of a cheat. So Deathloop has it as one. I think it's the first game that does have it. They actually have a YouTube video, not gonna watch it. Here is another person that's talking about it, okay? FSR 2.0, our next level temporal upscaling technology, is designed to deliver similar or better than native image quality and boost frame rates. Again, that's what it's doing in supported games across a wide range of products and platforms. So sign up for updates, already did that. So here are some of the games that does it, okay? And here's Forspoken right there. Okay, there's EVE Online, Microsoft's Flight Simulator. This would help. This is why I said before, I don't know if this is activated on the Xbox yet, but this will help with the frames, because you can now, what you can do is you can say, okay, I'm gonna drop the resolution and let it upscale, and not, and all the extra, on your PC, all the extra energy, all the extra budget, okay? All that extra budget will go to the frames that help the frame. So maybe they get it off on the Series X. Maybe they get it off that 30 FPS line. They can get it up to 38 to 45, something like that. I mean, maybe it goes higher. But you can see right here in front of your eyes, Forspoken's right there. It will be for the PC, as we see right here, okay? And it will be for PS5, right? That's the reality, guys. Let's just get out of the line, because part of what's going on with the Xbox Civil War is the line has caught up to people. That's why you're having that. But again, Forspoken 2.0, FSR 2.0 is right here. It's right there on the PC. You've seen it from the developer themselves. So again, the line has got to stop. So the line has got to stop. You see it right there on your own. So, let's see here. Virtual Reality says your son got one at launch. You were jealous. You're okay. But there you have it, people. I mean, that's not going to lie to you, That's not gonna lie to you. That's your reality right there. So that's exactly what it does. So PSVR will use a lot of forward rendering. That's some of the same technology. So Virtual says Miles Morales takes 7 seconds to load. Yeah, it's very fast. Sony did the PS5 for a long run, no bottleneck, super fast SSD. Yeah. It's. I mean, I'm a see it, do it type of guy. So when Mark Cerny was talking, it was going over above my head, but he has a master's in what he does. So since he hasn't a master's, he's going to talk to you like from that eye. I mean, he's not going to dumb down. It's not his fault you don't understand him. That's the way that works. So I shout out to Sick Humor, who took what Mark Cerny was saying, and Sick actually broke it down to where like I could understand it. Okay, and I have 2 degrees. I have two associate's degrees. So and Sick broke that down for me. I'm like, oh well, now it actually makes sense. So then when I actually got my hands on one, shout out to Emrys 17. Shout out to him. Because if it wasn't for him, I still wouldn't have one. I would not have, or I would have had to go a different market, and I would have had to possibly I could have RTO'd one and then just paid it off real fast. So that's what some people are doing that. So you have now that I can see what it's doing, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring this down. You all can look. This is just the AMD website. Okay, that is the official AMD website. I'm not pulling my information from some crazy source. You all can look this up yourselves. I think this is a big win. Again, it's just another thing that they can't lie about anymore. You know, I just, you know, I don't know what else to say. You know, it's just, this is one more thing they can't lie about. So, and that's part of what we're about to get into next, which is Xbox Civil War. I know a lot of people are talking about. And so, and why it happened and blah, 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 blah. So, we'll go ahead and let me pull up the page here. Okay, let's see. All that. Okay. So I'm gonna put up my ambassador page. So, view my profile. So, oh, okay. So it's not counting. Okay. So I have 275 XP to my next level. Okay. Let's put this on the screen for you all. Let me go back one. So I haven't even filled out all my stuff. So, all right, let's put this on the screen because I am an Xbox ambassador from India. How are you doing this afternoon? Is it evening time in India? Well, shout out to everybody in India. Wow, didn't know we were on in India. Let's see here. Let's do a screen capture. And okay. So this is I'm an Xbox ambassador. I just joined it up today. Okay. So if you're on Xbox, if you're an Xbox ambassador, you get access to the Xbox Discord, which has 7 notifications on it. You can review the standards, and you can go ahead and here's my profile, and I'm 275 XP from the. But this is my Xbox thing, and I didn't come up with that name. I don't know if when I first got my Xbox 360, I've had like multiple 360s, but the last one I had, you can just choose. I was trying to put a name in. It was like, this name's already taken. This name's already taken, you know? So, or this name's already in use. It would say something like that. So what I ended up doing was I ended up just randomly, I put it on random selection, and that's what it came up with. That it's like, these names are available. And this is the one at the top line, so I just grabbed it, and I grabbed it up real quick. So, because I wanted to start playing. So, but you can actually look at my profile, and there's my profile. So Xbox profile. let's see what we got here. All right, so I've got a whopping 30 followers. There's my Jeep game point, 7,000. All right, I'll put it up like that. Hold on, it just came out. 7,825. I don't know if that's good or bad. So, but these are, because you can see Elite Dangerous. See, I play Elite Dangerous on both consoles. So, different achievements. There's a Halo achievement. So, for my latest games. I don't know what the heck that is. So, oh, Halo achievement. Forza flight, Forza. Where's my flight sim stuff? I'll get more. We're not going to do that. So, there's Porter Rock. He's offline. Let's look at Porter Rock's score. Porter Rock's at 4,280. Oh my goodness. So I got a higher score than Porter Rock. So. All right, so anyway, so that way you all can see that. I guess I have to. All right. So, but as an ambassador, you get Ambassador of the Month. I think that's the girl this girl right here. Is this her? Who's that girl everybody's into it with? But you get Ambassador of the Month. I have access to their Discord now. I can play, share, and discuss things. I'm part of the Xbox Club. I can go there. They're socially, so I'll be on their Twitter page later today. I've got a mission statement. So yeah, but I'm trying to find their it tells you exactly what you need to do to be an Xbox ambassador, and playing their game. It doesn't say to play their games. There's nothing there. Okay. All right, so Fuzzy Cat is our newest ambassador of the month. Shout out to the Fuzzy Cat. Let's see. They're doing a lot of stuff for AAPI. That's Asian American Pacific Islanders, AAPI. But it's a community there. They want to be extremely exclusive to things like that. And what are my activities? I'm literally trying to find. They have like a 6-tier thing on what you have to do to be an ambassador. But anyway, playing games is not one of them. It was not one of them. Matter of fact, let me go to my Twitter page. Because I did put it on my Twitter page. Let's see here. Yes, Miss Deuce Geek. So, all right, let me see. I'll be able to find it. Oh, I did find that. I did find the. Yeah, I did find the. Okay, all right, I did find it. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can put this on the screen then. Let's see. Take that down. Oh, screen capture. That way you all can see exactly what their ambassador program is. Okay, so we're gonna put that. We'll go back over here. All right. So, oh yeah, and here's this. I was gonna talk about this. I wanted to talk about this more, but shout out to I tweeted this out already. So let's go back to. Let me pull this down again because I didn't do something wrong. Okay, let's. Yeah, hold on. Ah, where did that go? Where did it go? No. All right, look, so they have like 6 things. I have no idea what I did with that. Where the hell did it go? All right, so they have 6 edicts, and gaming is not one of them. playing games should be at the top of the list. I don't disagree. It's a bad look, but it's more of an outreach program than anything else. To be, you know, I'm serious. I mean, I'm not saying that to be funny. Nowhere does it say that you have to. I'm just trying to find it in there. I just had it. Oh, maybe this is it right here. But what the hell happened to it? It just goes right back to my thing. And it just okay. All right. Yeah, I can put this up here. So, but basically you complete missions and it has XP. There's nothing here that says you got to play games. So let me put this up on the screen here. You all can just see this. It doesn't say to play anything. Yeah, this is more of an interactive one. You all can see it. So all right. So that's what's there on the screen right now. All right. Now this is to get started. It, you know, so and again, this is the first things I would have to do. It says I review the community standards. I get fitted points. I did that, but I can do it again and get my points. So learn about Xbox's philosophy of gaming for everybody. Again, you can learn about that. Check out the ambassador's handbook. I don't know who these two guys are. How did I hear about it? Fill out my XA specs, participate in the forums. I can bookmark the Xbox Ambassador Twitch channel. They have a dedicated Twitch channel. Join the Ambassador Discord. I've done that. I think I've done that, but I can do it again. And then meet the community champions. And nowhere does it say the game. I mean, maybe they just take it for granted that it says to game. But I think so. Let's look at their handbook. Okay, so I got some XP. I'm about to be redirected. So, all right, there we go. See, I got some. So the call to goodness is what the ambassadorship's about. We have a common goal to make gaming fun for everybody. It doesn't say to play. It just is to make it fun for everybody. So here's my pledge, okay? Now, it says when you sign the Xbox Ambassador's Pledge, I made a promise to the community, okay? Which is I promise to be inclusive, promote safe and accessible gaming, celebrate other gamers' achievements and individuality, and positively represent the ambassadors. It does not say to play. It doesn't, all right? It doesn't say. It doesn't say to play. So as an ambassador, they're looking at it like, well, they're trying to reach out to everybody and people are attacking the Xbox. But here's what they didn't know. They even have a comic book series. Oh my, I may be in the comic book one day. Y'all would hate that. So, but I think what has really happened is that all the lies and misinformation that these Xbox people have put out about the capability of the series consoles and things like that, it has caught up to them. And the cancellation of Redfall and Starfield, their cancellation has really shaken the Xbox community to its core. You know, because, and when, you know, Phil Spencer, shout out to Musclebound Gamer, Phil Spencer came out and apologized for it being so sparse. That's why I said Xbox put the arse in sparse, because that's exactly what they did. But you know, this is what happens when you get a group of people who lie at a constant rate. Like, they wake up lying about the Xbox. They told you all that the PlayStation 5 couldn't do FSR. Well, here is a developer saying that it could. How many developers came out and said that the PS5 was going to be the beast this generation? It did not matter about what's inside of it. You know, we're 2 years out from this console launching, and they're still saying Xbox is waiting on tools. What tools? What tools? FSR is a tool. It has that. but so does PlayStation. And with VR, they're going to use a lot of forward rendering. So again, it is what it is. I just and all this happened is a young lady who's who didn't know any better. She probably doesn't know because she doesn't game, as people are finding out. She doesn't play games, so she doesn't understand, nor does she know that the Xbox community on Twitter is toxic. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know they're toxic. How could she know? She doesn't game. She doesn't play. So how could she know that they're toxic and they're about, talking about what Xbox has versus what Sony doesn't have, and trying to get the PlayStation community to be mad over one game called Starfield. And when that game did not come out, it broke the camel's back. Now that's generational. I don't know what you kids say. I would say their egos wrote a bunch of checks that their bodies can't cash. That's what I would say. But I'm Gen X. That's what we would say during Gen X. My grandmother's generation would say your eyes were too big for your stomach. Okay, she would say something like that. Son, your eyes were too big for I put too much food on my plate. I couldn't finish. My eyes were bigger than my stomach. So again, she doesn't know this because where I showed you all their mission, and they don't understand that. Okay, they don't understand that they are in a toxic community, and they are. The Xbox community is toxic. So, the PlayStation community plays its games. Shout out to MBG again. Sony is going to charge, and this is the way I look at it, I agree with him. Sony is going to charge $70 per game. I will pay them $70 per game. But I want to feel like everything has gone into that game that can possibly be there. And I know games are going to get patched and things like that. So that's part of, I don't like that, but that's part of making the game better. My whole take is, why not release the game before? You don't have to patch it so much. But okay. The exchange is that I expect, they say, welcome to greatness, expect greatness. Okay, I'm paying $70. I expect greatness. When I go to Ruth Chris Steakhouse and I order the Joe Burrow sandwich, and they're charging me whatever, $19 just for a sandwich, I expect that sandwich to be orgasmic. That's what I expect. And when I went to Jeff Ruby's, I said Ruth Chris. When I go to Ruth Chris and get a porterhouse and they charge me $49.99, I expect that to be orgasmic as well. Okay? Don't charge me $50 and have a bad steak. You come over, the maitre d', not the waiter, the maitre d' better be coming over and checking on my sorry ass. So he wants a $20 tip. Yes, you want a $20 tip? You're going to take care of me. You're going to make sure when my steak comes out, you're going to come right back over 3 minutes later and say, sir, how's your steak? All right. But again, that's what I expect because I'm paying more. I expect that high quality service. I expect that from Sony. I do. When I go see a Marvel movie, I expect it to be good. When I go see a DC movie, I don't expect that. I have a lower expectation. So shout out to MBG, and like he said, so I don't care to pay $70 for something that I believe is worth it. It's not my fault you're broke. It's not my fault you had to move back home with your parents because you lost your job in the pandemic. I saw the pandemic up close. I'm in the medical field. So I know the pain and the suffering and all, and people dying, and they die by themselves because we couldn't let other people come into their room, even though it was their children that they bared. But you're broke, and this costs a lot of money. I mean, my Sony TV that wasn't $100 to go into Best Buy and get my TV that I bought because I wanted to experience gaming at 120 hertz on television. I can do it on a monitor, but I wanted to do that on TV. Well, hey, BB King told me I got to pay the cost to be the boss. I had to go in there and pay the cost. So, it's not cheap. This is not a cheap hobby, but these guys want it to be cheap. And again, they're not saying Nintendo's being greedy. This is the toxicity of their community that this young lady did not know about. Okay, she did not know about this, so she came out and defended Phil Spencer. And it's not Phil Spencer's fault. It's Matt Booty's fault. Matt Booty's in charge of these damn studios. Matt reports to Phil. Now, what do I expect in June? I expect to see 10 to 15 minutes of gameplay from Redfall and Starfield. I expect a major update and Forza Motorsports. These are all games I'm going to get. All right. So I'm going to get those games. Okay. I expect a major update on Fable. I expect a gameplay update on Hellblade from Ninja Theory. This is what I'm expecting because, again, if you're going to have a game showcase, you better have gameplay of your games. This is a few years ago when The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima and all that kind of stuff was shown at Sony's E3. People are like, well, who won E3? I said Sony won, not because Sony, I have a Sony PlayStation, but because Sony actually showed gameplay of their games. Microsoft didn't do that. They had like what, maybe 6 minutes of gameplay of all their games, which is hardly nothing. Whereas we got to see in The Last of Us Part 2, 2 women kissing each other. We saw a little nip, and then it cut to somebody having a knife in their throat. And it switched to gameplay. So again, and again, yes, that gameplay was different than the final product, blah, 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 you know. But again, that's how you win over the fans. The Xbox community is desperate for some kind of win, and Starfield was supposed to do that for them. You know, Starfield was finally, in their opinion, in their minds, they thought Starfield was going to finally be the game that they were going to be able to say, if you want this, you have to be in the Xbox. You have to have an Xbox or a PC with Game Pass. Okay? And again, because they're sick and tired of seeing games like The Last of Us only on PlayStation. They're sick and tired. I'm telling you all, let me make this clear. Spider-Man being exclusive to the PlayStation broke their hearts. Okay, it broke their hearts. I mean, they're so mad at that. They're just angry with that, and they have been angry ever since that game came out. Remember, you will rue the day you didn't put Spider-Man on the world's most powerful platform. You know, stuff like that. Then on top of that, not only did Sony have exclusivity, Sony went out and paid $200 million, whatever it was, $220 million to buy Insomniac Games, and now that game will never be on Xbox. It's gonna look. Spider-Man will eventually come to PC. Everybody knows that. Do we understand that? Okay, but the first Spider-Man game is already 4 years old. I think the original Spider-Man was it 2018. It came out. Was it 18? So we're going into the 4th year. All right, Miles Morales is in the service. You know, and it almost is 1-to-1 in sales. I don't know if you all knew that or not. Miles Morales has been in the top 10 since it's come out on PlayStation. And the last of Us, my goodness gracious, Horizon Forbidden West has been in the top 10 since February. So February, March, April, May. It's been in the top 10 for 4 months. And they keep on saying it's not selling. That these are just toxic lies. And this young lady probably didn't know this, because why would she know? They're not, look at what they're supposed to do. These are some of the things we're supposed to do. It doesn't say play. All I had to do was click on this. How did I find out about the ambassadorship? It's just giving me stuff. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing. We're gonna fill this out right now. How did I find out about it? I actually there. How would I rate it so far? It's kind of like, just did it. That's it. It gave me more points. I didn't do nothing. I did not have to load one game. I've not loaded any game. So do you understand what they're doing? It's just more of a outreach program. You know, I don't know how else to describe it. You know, it's just an outreach. Look, it gave me more points. So it's just an outreach program. So, and this poor young lady, she didn't know about it. But your Civil War, that needed to happen because these guys that are sick and tired of what Xbox is doing have the absolute right to be disappointed in what Xbox is doing. And you have a group of people who are just making stuff up on what, you know, they finally got caught. People are calling them out. You know, people are just calling them out. 7 o'clock in the evening over there. Okay. So, let's see here. What would be dope if you can use it like an LFG to find Arthur game is the multiplayer? Yeah, you can do that. So, but again, there's nothing here that says that I have to play games. Yes, it's a bad look. I mean, it's a bad look. You all saw my gamer score. So on Xbox, I have no idea if that's high or low, but like Xbox is my secondary platform to play on. So, Sam Ash is saying it's both Phil. It is because he does report the Phil. But again, I hope the game does well. But this was the game that broke the camel's back. This was the game that broke their back, and they desperately want a game like a Spider-Man, they want that. They want that. And this was just a kick in the, and now I'm actually seeing things like, what did they say? What did Tim Dog say? Tim Dog said some stuff like, I'm just paraphrasing, Xbox was not going to get this game to 2024 or 2025 because PlayStation was going to have a 1-year exclusivity deal with Bethesda and all that kind of stuff. So this is not that big a deal. And it's like, no, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So it's a big deal when all you all were doing was putting out Starfield, and all that's happened is they got nothing to console war about anymore. And even though there was no gameplay, it's like he said, shout out to JTech, like he was saying, there was zero gameplay. And people were all hyped about it. It's like, there's no gameplay. How are you hyped about something there's no gameplay? I just don't understand it. So she deserves all the smoke. Yeah, she's getting the smoke. I mean, she's definitely getting smoke. But I don't disagree in sentiment. It's not Phil's fault. But the whole damage controlling aspect is what got her. The whole the steady hand wins the race, and no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, and Bill Gates knew that as well. It's not the steady hand that wins the race. So, but again, I don't expect anything less from somebody like that. So, I mean, when she said, they said she outright lied about some stuff. Yeah, you ought to be called out if you outright lied. So, I'm saying that right now. Yeah, if you outright lied, yeah. So, well, now the media is calling out Phil Spencer and all that stuff, and they had a bad week. You had the DRM fiasco. You had the DRM fiasco. You had this thing with Starfield and Redfall, and on top of that, now you've got these media people saying, well, Sony needs to have a showcase. And the reason why they're saying that is because Xbox is going to show what exactly? They're not going to, and I think there's going to be some surprise announcements. I'm hearing there's going to be a Gears of War remake, possibly. What do they call it? The Phoenix Collection. And hopefully they do that, because I'm a big Gears fan. And I would love to see a Gears remake where they take advantage of the 52 CUs and the 12T flops and all that stuff. So, I mean, again, that's good news if they announce that. And, if there's a remaster, and shout out to Hip Hop Gamer again, because he did say specifically that this is the, this is the generation of remasters. The Last of Us is allegedly getting a remaster. So, and again, everybody's complaining. Guess what? you are going to go ahead and play that game too. You know you are. You know, you just stop. Okay, you're going to play The Last of Us remake or rematch, whatever it's called, going to be called. So just, you know, stop the, what do you all say? Stop the cap. Just stop it. I mean, it's silly. You know, stop the cap. So, but yeah, there's nothing really to. I just think that she is part of a toxic community, and yeah, she's, and I would say that to her. Like, hey, look, you are part of a toxic community. Maybe you didn't know that. So, but yes, not playing the games is that's a bad look. That's all I can say. I'm not. Everybody is right. People are like, yes, they should play their games. Ray, click the link. What link? Okay, the Ubisoft link. Alrighty. Ready? Hold on. Let me do it a different way. Back to YouTube. So let me go to your link here. Y'all know if you want to get my attention, grab that super chat. Ubisoft coming to PlayStation. Oh, this is what Sick Humor was talking about. Okay, let's put this up on the screen. Shout out to Sam Ash. Shout out. This is breaking news. Okay. Here we go. Let me put this up on the screen. Thank you, Sam Ash. We're going into overtime, guys. Overtime. You all want to see this, don't you? I know you want to see it. And there it is. Wow. Congratulations. Now, this is a subscription service. Oh, wait, I messed up. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. I had to do my little sound effect. Ubisoft Plus will come to PlayStation in the future, bringing across to more than 100 titles. Wow. Additional content packs and rewards to the platform. The subscription service is currently available on PC and Stadia and Amazon Luna, offering players day one releases, classic games, and premium editions, and ultimately will be available on PlayStation and Xbox. Ubisoft also revealed that beginning May 24th, that's next week, it will launch a Ubisoft subscription for PlayStation Plus called PlayStation Plus Classics, called Ubi Plus Classics. Ubi Plus Classics on PlayStation is a curated selection of popular games, including top-selling Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Give Me a Dollar, shout out to Jay Barry, The Division, and For Honor, as well as beloved classic games like Child of Light, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, Watch Dogs, Werewolves Within, and more. The Ubisoft Plus Classics catalog for PlayStation Plus will launch with 27 titles. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, and will grow to 50 by the by the end of 2022. Check out the day one list: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, For Honor, The Crew Part 2, Child of Light, Eagle Flight, Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3 Remaster, Far Cry 4, Legendary Fishing. Wow, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, The Stick of Truth, Space Junkie, Star Trek Bridge Crew, okay, Starlink, Steep, Regular Crew, The Division, Trackmania Turbo, Trials Fusion. Trials Fusion. I didn't know Ubisoft did that. Okay, Trials of Blood Dragon, Trials Rising, Valiant Heart, Watch Dogs, Werewolf Within, and Zombie. Okay, so yeah, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Valhalla kind of was a giveaway because of the other one. That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, I don't know if that's just part of one of the tiers or you have to pay extra. So, it launches next week. Wow. Well, that is new. Well, I appreciate that. So there you go. So if you are part of the service, you can sign up for this. But it says the subscription service. So I don't know if it's going to run concurrently. It doesn't say that. Is it going to be something extra? I'm not saying that it will be. Don't put words in my mouth, please. All right, well, what do you all think about that? Come back over here. So, is Death Stranding a Sony studio game? No. Death Stranding was produced by Kojima Productions. They made that game. Sony let Kojima use their engine, Decima, to create the game. Also, Sony published it to the PlayStation. That's what they did, okay? Kojima had to go out and sign a separate deal with 505 Games to put it on PC. That's how that breaks down. That's how that breaks, all right? So, Sam was Jeff, you can just read the news that they're Ubi. All right. So the latest breaking news, and I assume this is what Sick Humor was talking about, but this is not a Sony announcement. But okay, fair enough. So shout out to Sick Humor because he called this yesterday and he said bookmark the tweet. So he's standing by this. So let's give Sick Humor his flowers. He called this yesterday, so he had inside link. So everybody, let's give Sick his flowers. He said it's going to set the Xbox fanboys off. Oh my God. What are they doing on Twitter right now? Is it on Twitter? Let's go to Twitter. I'm off today. Let me push this back. Well, PlayStation Plus is trending. Let's see here. Ubisoft is coming to Plus 2. Yeah, now it's an hour old. Now they're ripping on them. J-Dub says PlayStation Plus better than Game Pass. Game Pass promises day and date games, but the games you won't never arrive and are always delayed. So by default, Plus is better. Plus it has Ubisoft Plus classics and more. Yeah, they're really letting them have it down. So. Wow. So, wow. I mean, they're letting them have it, so they are. So, unbelievable. Well, I mean, that to me is I mean, I'm a fan of Ubi's games, so I like the Assassin's Creed franchise. I thought the Far Cry franchise was okay. I thought it was okay. The other stuff, though, the Division, I got the Division Part 2. Nobody's playing it, so you 100 expect. Well, they're teaming with both. You know, they're teaming with both of them, so it's not a matter of they get the best of both worlds, so to speak. So it says, you say PlayStation lists Death Stranding under PlayStation Studios on a blog post. Well, I mean, they published the game. That blog post are all games that they published. So I think maybe you should try to look at it like that. So God of War, Ragnarok. Oh, we don't know. So apparently Marlon is flipping back saying Plus is a better value. I don't know now. Like I said, Marlon will talk about this today. He'll go into a lot more detail because we're landing this plane. I've been here for almost 2 hours and I need to go to the store. Yeah, I need to go to the store and do some laundry for the week. Yeah, I think a lot of people are noticing that he is flipping. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that is big. I think that's a good way to end it on. Is Ubisoft Plus coming to PlayStation Plus. Now, I assume it's going to be a separate tier. Now they say the top tier gets this plus the streaming. I'll go top tier. We got to wait and see though. We got to wait for more information. So hit that like button, people. There were 40 people here early this morning. I started an hour early. I normally start at 9:30. So, but shout out to everybody that was here. Let's do my shout out before we get on up out of here. Gaming Night told me to get out of bed. Yeah, pretty much. So let's see here. Antonio's in the house. What's happening? JP Loco, all the way from Australia. Man, Australia and India are represented today. All right. Jeff B Gaming, virtual reality. There we go. JD33, what's happening, brother? What's happening? No original PS2 announcement. Are you talking? No, not yet. So again, what we're talking about today, just to recap it, I recapped my CFO discussion because I was having sound issues the other day. And yeah, I don't know. When I updated Windows, it totally reset everything in StreamYard. So Streamlabs. So yeah, I agree, Capono. I agree. What's going on, Mr. Williams? How you doing? Sam Ash with the breaking news today. He gets the breaking news clap award. So we talked about the Uncharted collection is going to be in the PlayStation thing. That is a 1080p 60. I think they kind of not having Uncharted 4, the PS5 version. I think that's hokey because again, a lot of those games are already in the PlayStation collection. The PlayStation collection. So you got to remember that. So, like games like Death Stranding and Days Gone. Death Stranding is not. That's a new game coming in, especially the collector's edition. So, again, you do have a lot of PS5 games in there, and you have PS4 games as well. So you have Siphon Filter. That was a big one, I think. So shout out to them for getting that. But yeah, we're gonna get on up out of here. But we talked about that. A lot of people, maybe now if they were on the fence with those tiers, they know which one is exactly which one they're going to get. Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed and Death Stranding director's cuts are huge. I think that's huge for that service. That definitely, personally, now I already beat Death Stranding and I was like 70 hours into Valhalla. But yeah, I mean, look, it's got Returnal in there. I actually took Returnal back to the store. It wasn't open. I'm like, oh, if they're going to put this in the service, I'll just, that'll be the first game I download off that service will be Returnal. So yeah, Demon Souls, that's a launch game. Yeah, Demon Souls, Spider-Man Miles Morales is the PS5 version. But according to that list, the Spider-Man game, the original Spider-Man game, which I assume is going to have all the stuff on it, you know, all the DLC, it's the original version though, so that's the 30 frames per second version. So again, the game's 4 years old, so I would think they would change that, but we'll have to wait and see. So Demon Souls, yeah, I got you though. You bought Demon Souls, but just keep dying. Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to be in that service. So now that it's announced to be in that service, do you trade in the physical copy or do you keep it? So now I'm doing that for Returnal. Because remember, I went out to buy Returnal, and when I moved, it was just too much hassle to try to, you know, I'm like, man, there's all these other games coming out. But Returnal, I think, came out right when I moved. So, you know, but yeah, hold on, Capone. I'm going to the questions now. But I say DLSS is just another room. The FSR is catching up. Yeah, DLSS is way better than FSR. FSR is catching up. The big news on that today was that the developer Capono for FORSPOKEN has verified that FSR will be using FORSPOKEN on PS5. So remember the line that these cats were doing that PS5 couldn't do. What was it? PS5 wasn't going to have VRR, FSR, and what was the other one? I forgot the other one. So it was FSR, VRR, and then there was another one, and I can't remember it. But we now know it has everything on there. It's just that they're not going to disclose everything. That's just the reality. They don't disclose it. So you're debating trading in Demon Souls and Death Stranding physical. Yeah, I mean, I can't deny, I won't lie. If you have those games physical, because I have Death Stranding physical, and if you have them physical, yeah, it's just, if it's gonna be in the service, you just go back to the store and be like, yeah, trading these in for cash. I mean, they'll give you what, like 16, 17 bucks. It won't be a lot of money, but you know, they'll give it to you. So I'm surprised they didn't get Metro X. I think another big get was Guardians of the Galaxy. So and this is next month, guys. If you're in the United States, for us, I'm in the US, I'm in the United States, so for us it's next month. If you're in the Asian Pacific realm, it's next week. If you're in Europe, it's the end of June, looks like. So again, it's nice. I mean, I cannot deny it. The tier that allows you to rent games, try them out, that tier is actually going to allow you to try the game out and keep it physically. If you get trophies on that game, you won't lose the trophies or your save spots, nothing like that. So, you know, I think I personally think that's a good thing. That's what they did with Cyberpunk, was that Cyberpunk, that's why I bought it. It was 20 bucks. That would have been a big get to put that in there, but it's fine. I'm not mad. What I saw, I was like, yeah, I'm going into this tier right here, and this is why I'm doing it. So this is the tier that I have. You have, you know, it's nice having the disc. Yeah, I agree. I'm a physical collector, so I'm just, again, I physically collect things, but I'm Gen X. You know, we collect things. We still have records, and I still have records and CDs and stuff like that. So I still go in and buy records from Best Buy and the library if they have records in there. I still do that. So see here. Do we get trophies with PS Plus games? Yes. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's any more questions. Sony doing just fine. Everybody's saying otherwise. A fanboy. Yeah, I don't know where these armchair CEOs who can't even stop their runny noses were coming around saying that, no, Sony can do this and all that stuff. Heard Disney will give Sony Marvel's universe for games. Okay, that's I have not seen or heard that. Oh, Lincoln Clay, Mass Effect, you got that right. I didn't see you, brother. How you doing? So how you doing? So let's see. That's everything. The Kid Smooth's becoming a pony. Okay. So you expect the Xbox Brew to lose it? Yeah, they're just having well, I mean, again, this is why Sony does not, my opinion, doesn't, look, if you're a content creator, you want Sony to have some kind of presser because that's more content for you to push out. But realistically, Sony needs to concentrate on having a smooth launch for their service, their rebranding. That's the number one thing for them to do. You know, through the whole month of May, you know, starting next week, next Tuesday. So, and it's going through your, so why, you know, that's what they're going to concentrate on. I just think that, you know, if they do any kind of anything, it's going to be in August. You know, they were like, you know, Microsoft is going to have a games conference, and Sony has its, you know, Sony is doing its rebranding of its tier system, whatever you want to call this. So that's what Sony needs to concentrate on. That's just my opinion, though. If you think differently, leave a comment. It's not like I'm gonna take your head off. It's okay to, you know, it's okay to agree to disagree. But you know, Sony is leading. It's like the difference between ESPN and Fox Sports. It's not that Fox Sports is bad, but everybody knows ESPN runs the damn street. Okay. You know, ESPN runs the streets, you know, or runs the neighborhood, and Fox has a couple of blocks on it. And that's the way Sony is. The thing about them claiming that Sony needs to do day and date and they can do it, and they're just being greedy. They're not saying the same thing about Nintendo. Okay? They're not saying to say your tire light is on and you need to check your tire in. I didn't know they had that. I thought you as a human being checked your tires. But yeah. All right, then. Yeah, Capono, you need to check that before you crash. So, you know, then you're just a hashtag. Sam said he's got 4 shoe boxes full of CDs. Mine are still up on their racks. So I still buy CDs. Like, I'm gonna buy Kendrick Lamar CD. I'm buying that. That's a good album. Third, I got it tied for 3rd best hip hop album of all time. So, but yeah. I think it's healthy to listen to people you disagree with. Yeah, I think it's okay to listen to them in bites, and you should not agree with. I mean, you can change your own mind on stuff. So in theory, I mean, do you really agree? I don't agree with everybody that I podcast with. I don't agree with all of them, but the key is to find. It's like a sandwich, you know that sandwich, your turkey and ham and cheese sandwich is good, but when you put bacon on there, it's better. It's better. It's always better with bacon. So, but all right, guys, I'm gonna get on up out of here and walk and do some other things. So you all have a good Monday. I gotta work in the morning, so you all have a great rest of the day. And yeah, they're getting killed on Twitter right now. So peace out, God bless, and appreciate the super chat from the Hulk. And again, it goes to the new GPU. Even though Starfield is delayed, I'm still getting the new GPU for the PC. Y'all take it easy. Peace out.